Look at this bridge. It has been an absolute nightmare for the Soviet forces as their infantry continue to get pummeled as they cross. Hello guys, and welcome to episode 12 of the Left Hook campaign in WARNO, playing on the NATO side. Previously, the Belgians absolutely sliced and diced the reserve Mutschützen Battalion 33. We killed so many of their forces, but unfortunately not enough to completely destroy them, so they are still in our way at Iddertal, but they'll probably move back in the next turn. Today, though, we're going to be having an even more bloody battle up against the 2nd Battalion of the 249th. They have a lot of T-80s that we're going to have to deal with, but more than that, loads of BMP-2s, which is making them very strong on the campaign map here. We do have a fresh unit of Leopards to back us up. We've got the Belgian line infantry and the Belgian artillery ready to go, so it's time for another Belgian operation on the front line here. I'm hoping that they can join in. They can indeed. And I am very tempted to bring in some aircraft for this one. We do have the tornadoes left. Let's commit them to this battle. We might end up hitting an AA net, but let's wait and see. We did not. Let's jump on in. So, we do have ourselves some air support at least. They brought themselves in some artillery support. But I think we're in a relatively good position to take them on in this battle. We'll likely go for the Alpha Charlie cap and then maybe go over the bridges afterwards. So we definitely go for the Alpha cap at least. And we'll start by just getting some Belgian command down. Alright, in terms of AA, we've got Vulcan 20 mils and the 3 Mistrals. They did bring in some aircraft, so we'll have to be a little bit worried about that. But then again, this Leopard section comes with a lot of Gepards, so that's pretty nice. So the main thing will be making sure that we can kill those tanks at a distance with HDGMs for the most part. It's going to be really on the Milan 2s to get the job done here. And we don't have a lot of them, so it's going to be a little bit sketchy. But we'll start with all these Milan 2s. They are coming in with tracked vehicles as well, which means that they are going to take a little while to get to their positions. But the plan is to just put them in locations where they can cover the bridges. That will do for the first 4. I may also want to put some tanks here to support. Let's grab some of these Leopards. The one good thing about these Leopards is they are cheap and they can still engage at max range. So we'll put them in there just to help engage across this bridge at max range. And I'll probably put maybe another HDGM in the corner here. Just to the corner of the river, that is, to cover that bridge. Okay. I don't know if I really want to put anything over on this left side at the moment. The one problem we do have is at close range, we only have the blinder side, which is a 14 penetration AP weapon, which is going to be really struggling to even kill the BMP-2s. So I'm wary about kind of trying to control this town. That being said, if I bring in enough of them, it should be fine. We can give it a go. We'll bring in plenty of these infantry units. We'll do 6, yeah, that's fine. Okay, and all of those can just kind of travel into the town on the left side. Great. Okay, I'm going to need probably a couple with those AT weapons just to stay close at the front here. Now I say that, I mean, because the corner of their point's here, that means they can deploy recon on our side of the river. Bit sketchy. But let's see what we can do about going up to Charlie. I might want to leave some Milans around the place here as well. Just make sure we have all of this covered off. And we'll also want some recon. I'll put a recon unit in here on the left. We'll also bring up recon for these Zeta gems. And we'll need recon for the far right. Maybe it'd be worth bringing in a scimitar. How are we doing for recon here? I'll put a second recon unit in just to cover off the left. Getting across to Charlie, it's going to be difficult, I think. One thing I was thinking we might be able to do is use smoke to get closer, but I probably want to utilize the range of these tanks for the most part in order to get like ambushing shots on target. So we'll bring up a leopard leader to accompany these other three. Might even go for a Gepard with those. And these can kind of run up to this tree line, and maybe we can ambush some tanks on that side. Okay, that'll do. Throw in a Mistral for this sector, just to potentially hit any enemy aircraft. We are off. Under the moonlight, the Belgians go to work once more. Yeah, so that's going to be their recon. The recon's actually kind of doing a runner. I was hoping the M72 would hit the mark. Unfortunate. That's a lot of BMP2s coming over. We'll have to kind of move away with all of these mechanized units, I think. And if we know what's good for us, we should probably run away with the Spartan 2. Well, that's unfortunate. We lost a Milan there for free. A lot of tanks on the left-hand side, which means we can probably push more aggressively on this side. Let me just walk forwards with the half cutter. Or the cutter, sorry. Just saying the complete wrong word there. Yeah, these can fast move around the backside here. And these tanks are going to want to get into positions to side shot these if they try and come across the bridge. The Leopard can get fixed up by a bunch of Unimogs back here. Good. That was actually really good. If we can keep trading like this, where we kill their units entirely, and then my Leopard gets away with like no health, that actually is really good for us. Really got to hope that these hit the mark, because at close range we're going to struggle. I'm quite happy to trade Alans for T80s and Leopards for T80s, to be honest. Fantastic. That was actually really good for us. Once all of the T80s are gone, we actually do have an advantage. But I need to just hurry up getting these kills so that I can move without being under as much threat. We also do need to contest this sector ASAP because we're currently sitting on a +4 for the enemy. Which is not good. Enemy infantry trying to come across the bridge now. We'll bring up some more leopards for that left side. Good kill. Yeah, at range, the BMPs, they only have their HGMs to use. So it actually works out pretty well. The leopards are very accurate. I just realised all these infantry are just getting toasted on the left. That's really bad. Oh, they do have smoke as well. Still didn't manage to get that off. That is just one T80 just killing all of those AIFVBs on the left side. The poor Belgians taking a beating because I wasn't paying attention. But at least we're able to start clearing through this right-hand side, which is arguably more important. I don't need to take this area just yet. It's just a shame we lost like 4 units of infantry there. That would be really useful moving forwards. Let's bring up a couple Gepards now that we know what kind of aircraft we're up against. Let's make 27s with the AT missiles. Alright, let's contest this sector. Get my infantry in here as well. Maybe bring up some more tanks in case leopards arrive. Yeah. I'm kind of sad about losing those units there on the left-hand side, but what can you do? Mistakes were made. Oh, beautiful. Should probably have smoked. Yeah. Instead of trying to back off. I didn't want to smoke initially because I didn't want to block the Milan from still firing at it. But let's not just let them get kills for free. If we could block the road, that would be fantastic. Oh, that was pretty spot on. Oh, we're being hit here by the artillery. Oh, those leopards aren't going to stand a chance against rocket artillery. They're so lightly armoured. I really need this leopard to hit the mark. Right, let's get these unloaded. Start pushing up on this side. Okay. Well, in terms of kills and losses so far, things are pretty rough for the Belgians. I did know that this would be quite a bloody battle. I do want it to be a total victory if I can, but yeah, it was always going to be a tough one. The big thing is, like, if we can do a lot of damage to this unit, then we may not have to worry about it so much in the future. I'm just hoping there's not another one nearby that I'd have to worry about afterwards. Oh, big hit there, actually. Oh, that's a shame. I'm going to get the AFVs to spread out here on the right-hand side. Get those back inside the Milan. Oh, not in time. Tried to load them into the APC in time, but didn't manage to quite get it done. Looks like still BMP2 is going to be trying to push up from the right side here. Like that command unit has solidly got out there. Didn't manage to catch up to it in time. I do have my own artillery. We could bring in some to just counter battery, to be honest. I did have a question as to why I don't use the counter battery order very often. The main reason I don't use the counter battery order is because units don't move themselves after they fire. So if you use the counter battery order and you fire, like, say, one unit here with the counter battery, then any unit elsewhere might fire back at you. Because you're reliant on the counter battery order, it doesn't automatically move, and therefore you actually make yourself more vulnerable to counter battery. These rocket artillery strikes are brutal. Get some more leopards in. I'd like to have a leopard get up to this straight line here. I'm going to send some AIFVs around the backside to scout for us as well. It's like an enemy tank shooting us at close range here? Or is that shooting us from across the river? Couldn't quite tell. That leopard close up, it could be in trouble. We'll let it fire one more time. Oh, it doesn't have smoke. No. Oh no, and there's a BMP2 on the right causing problems as well. Okay, well this was always going to be a really, really tough fight, but we're getting there slowly but surely. I need to get some more infantry in here, I think. Okay. Where's that rocket artillery coming in? Oh, the poor Mistral. Very dead. I guess this is the other reason why this unit is kind of scary, because it does come with some adequate artillery to back it up. Going to bring up some mortars. It might allow us a bit more flexibility when trying to get across to this sector. Although, in theory, we don't really need to force it at the moment. We can keep using counter battery to try and take their units out. That will give us a decent amount of points. And the Belgians, well, these leopards can keep firing across the river here. Smash that bridge to bits. At close range, the IFV's actually got a decent autocannon. And most of them are 50 cals, but yeah, some of them are equipped with 25mm autocannons, which are pretty good. Right, nice artillery hit the mark. We'll target this tree line to see if we can hit that T-80. Couple units coming down on the far left here. Let's just put some recon. Make sure that we don't get flanked. Slowly move up some of this infantry. If that tank was there, it's no longer there. Let's get the recon to move up with the mechanized infantry. Those BMP2s will get hit nice and hard. See if we can make some ground with the Leopards. Push into their backline. The thing I'm a bit scared about is if these BMP2s are in the open, then the HGMs actually will be at an advantage at range. I'll hit that rocket artillery for sure. Whoop. Smoked off the wrong one. The Mistral's up. I guess our like AA is kind of short range generally and spag, so we're not really able to catch out those fast movers. Did all of these end up moving back? I assume it's because of the 8 gems. We weren't covering that bridge. Losing the Unimogs is a bit rough. Recon was spotting them for us, but I think they just fell back, so we lost line of sight.
Warning.
Let's hope my AA can hit the mark. I turned to the left. If it turned to the right, it would have gone over 3 Gepards, or 2 Gepards, I guess. Did I lose a Gepard on this side? I'm pretty sure I had 3 there at some point. Well, we can see some T-80s out in the open. We'll just smash those. I could just constantly RT this bridge as well. Bring up some more. It's like, whilst the Leopards have a really good sort of line of sight across this bridge, it's great. Now, you might be wondering why I'm not using any aircraft. The truth is, these Leopards, or these Tornadoes, sorry, are really only good against enemy tanks. And so, in a situation where they like push really hard with a bunch of tanks, then I would have used like Cluster or the AT planes or something like that. But in this situation, it's just better that I don't like accidentally get these shot down by enemy AA or like enemy aircraft. Oh, that's another rocket artillery piece. It's pretty close, that one. Gonna do a lot of damage to my artillery. I might lose one or 2. Oh, we did lose 2. That's my bad. Got lazy on the move there. Not my finest hour this battle. Didn't really expect them to have that many grads, to be honest. We've already killed, what, like 3 of them? And that might have moved after it fired. No, we did kill it. They are worth 3 points. Okay, that's good, at least. Alright, make sure we move these. And we'll fire at that end of the bridge. I'll fire at the crossroads. I'm going to purposefully not use corrected shot there. You can hold control, by the way, to not use corrected shot on purpose, if you want your units or your shots to be more spread. In that case, I just kind of clicked outside of the circle. Alright, these we're gonna just do something like that in order to try and hit some of that infantry. 64 kills to go. This has been a pretty long, grindy battle. I might just spread out some mortar fire. There's another one. You're kidding me. Oh, we did move this time, so it's all good. Put some artillery on the bridge. This bridge has become... Oh, look at this. Look at this bridge. It has been an absolute nightmare for the Soviet forces as their infantry continue to get pummeled as they cross. And the artillery hitting the water there looks so cool. I just wanted to see if we hit this. I assumed we did. And those machine guns are there to help with any enemy infantry. I'll bring up a few tanks down here as well, because there are some BMPs there.
Warning.
And the other thing that's kind of scarce here is we don't really have any like air-to-air capability. We can use a tornado IDS, but it's not very reactive. In this case, the MiG-27 went a bit deep, so we might have a good chance to take it out. That's good, because any extra planes we can shoot down we won't have to worry about in future battles. Yeah, MiG-23 out and about is, of course, something we want to avoid. And that's the main reason that I hadn't been using the tornadoes yet. In this case, it was just a bit too easy for me to get that kill, so might as well. These are, of course, amphibious, and it seems like the AI's just decided to go for that. Another thing that I could do, now that we have a lot of extra points, is set up a load of leopards here and just shoot this road to pieces. Oh, the leopard on the bridge got hit by the MiG-27. So we're looking more like a major victory, which is somewhat predictable in this situation. The main thing that I feel like I did wrong in this was losing these units. Everything else, somewhat unavoidable, to be honest. There's a lot of kills here that have happened, a lot of deaths that have just happened because I wasn't really maybe on point dodging the artillery for the M109s. I guess that's another mistake. But otherwise, it's just a matter of them having a lot of stuff that is reasonably decent quality. And that does cause issues over time. Because there's only so much you can micro across the front all at once. It's just making sure that you don't have your units in precarious positions that can get sniped, like this Leopard, for example. Shouldn't have left it on the bridge. The Leopard are getting hit here by the T-80Bs. Artillery is actually hitting very well there. Very well indeed. Didn't smoke that in time. So the way we want to do this really is to just spread out like so. And then have a unit that can spot this. So in order to do this, we really need like a critical mass of tanks. We've been kind of struggling to build up so far. Alright, 34 kills to go. At least in these kinds of battles, we really are completely ruining this unit that we're fighting. Even if it is costing us a lot. Maybe could have smoked that one off, but that's good kills. Really good kills. Only 19 kills left to get. Let's just blast these tree lines. Maybe the city there as well. So taking out both of the MiG-27s in that unit is really good for us. I don't know if they have that many more of those, especially if it's like a mostly air-to-air unit. can certainly target that T-80. We'll do that with these ones. That would be another 4 points up our sleeve. They really do get a lot of rocket artillery, don't they? I guess oh, actually, yeah, that would just be the artillery unit. I completely forgot that they had the artillery unit with them. So we're actually doing a decent amount of damage to that artillery unit as well, which is really helpful moving forwards. It's like a shooting range now. I would not be surprised if we could just, like, target the land spawn here. Maybe hit a couple things with that. And 9 more kills to go. It looks like we could probably focus a few leopards over here as well. Like, over time we've really got ourselves into a nice position. I was hoping we could kill that. Just kill the MiG-23. That is an eaglet there, though. Of course. It's like a magnet for those igloos. Oh gosh. That was silly. It didn't drop its bombs when it should have. And that screwed me completely there. That's so sad. Oh well. We'll just keep using artillery here to hit the town and get some extra kills. They've slowly worked their way up on this right hand side. That's a couple free kills though for us. We only need one more really. And then we're done, or 3 more. BMP2s would do the trick. Ah, there we go. We'll take a T80 as the last kill. Oh, what a battle. That was kind of tense, to be honest. We got the major victory. 181 kills, 64 losses. Leopard 1s doing okay against the BMP2s, struggling against the T80s. Like, if we go to the losses, yeah, this T80 killing those 4 units, that's the biggest mistake that I made that battle. The rest of the times when like T80Bs are killing Leopard 1s, like that's kind of unavoidable. Grads, it's going to be difficult to react to the grads, particularly with the infantry, so I don't mind losing those. Getting the counter battery in a little bit earlier would have been a good play. Obviously making sure I move my artillery after it fires as well. Also important. So yeah, the main mistakes really, AFVBs getting killed, and also the M109s getting killed. Rest of it, I think it's going to be difficult to make that like a perfect battle. It was always going to be a really, really tough one. But I think we did all right, and we certainly put a lot of damage onto that unit. Like, they were 9 attack, 9 defense, and now 3 attack, 3 defense. They've lost almost all of their T80s. The BMP2s have been absolutely annihilated. We ended up losing a lot of the first section and some of the first section of the second company, but otherwise all good. The Leopards, they're always going to trade into those, so yeah, I'm not too displeased about that. I mean, the tornado going down kind of sucks, but honestly, airplay in this campaign hasn't really been the strong point of the NATO side. Ideally, I need like interceptors. That's what I could have used throughout this campaign so far to great effect. Also, we did manage to hit quite a lot of these grads. Yeah, we took out like those 6, 7, 8 grads that game, it looks like. They're disorganized. That's actually really good. All right, well, unfortunately, guys, it's been my time. That was just one really, really tough battle, but a battle that was necessary and really put a hole in their defenses here, that's for sure. So we can utilize that moving forwards, but that's all for now. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.